What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am Nature Boy Chuck, and today we have the Jordan 1 in the Midnight Navy colorway. Although there are so many great things I love about this shoe, there are just as many things as I dislike about this shoe. But you may feel the same way. This is an open discussion, and we'll talk about it next on this review of the Jordan 1 in the Midnight Navy. Coming up next. Guys, let me simply start off by saying I love this Jordan 1. Now, I'm going to get to the juicy details before I get to the release date, price, and all that. You should wait to buy this sneaker. There is no rush for you to go out and buy this sneaker right now. I'll explain why. Simply because if you go on StockX or GOAT, some of the sneaker resale apps, you'll find this particular sneaker is going to be priced at $130, if not less. Now, the release does not come until September the 14th, and that's not really a big issue. The only issue is the price point in retail is $180. Now, is that something really to scratch at when you think about the mere pricing and the quality you get of shoes? No, but the market is what it is, and the market is low on the Jordan 1s. Now, on this particular shoe here, you're going to get the Midnight Navy upper. You're going to have your jet black Nike check running through the top portion for us to the top heel of the shoe itself, wrapping around the back. The thing I really love that they did with this shoe is they kept the classic white, but they put the vintage sail along the bottom portion of the shoe. Now, we fell in love with that based off a lot of shoes that Nike's released and other makes and models have released, but this just adds a great touch and a classic vibe to the sneaker itself, and that's one reason I really do love this shoe. We know the time of season that we're going into right now, which is fall, then we have winter. This is going to be the perfect shoe to pretty much mix and match with almost anything in your darker fall or winter clothing line that you can wear almost as a everyday shoe. One thing I like is options, and this shoe kind of lacks some of those options. And what I mean by that is inside of the box, before I open the box, you'll see the traditional midnight colorway here, and the box and the label on the front for us the size. Now I'm wearing a size 9.5 on the Jordan 1s. I just like the way the leather breaks over a period of time so they'll feel form-fitting. But there's nothing inside the box. There's no extra swap of laces. I would have loved to see them put in a white or a midnight navy lace swap on this shoe, but they did not on this one. I don't think they were lazy in the colorway and how they put this shoe together, especially with the vintage bottom. I can't stop talking about the vintage bottom. But I think they were lazy with giving us some options. And that's one problem I'm having with Nike. I look at some transitions where they do this absolutely right and they give you options, especially with Nike SBs. And you look at a shoe like this, which absolutely hits on every single key, but they leave out the lace swaps. Nike, for $180 shoe, we need some options, and you failed to do it on this particular shoe. See this, the leather on this shoe is not your buttery soft texture that you would normally get on some Jordan 1s. I don't know why they probably switched it up, but it's not as soft as you'll normally see in the toe box when you rub your fingers across it. It's real form-fitting, the leather is real tight. I don't really have a problem with that on this particular shoe. As it ages, I think it just does better. And the less that buttery is, the less problem I've had with my toe box being wrinkled up with my oddly built feet. But the contrast for us, the inside is going to be all black on the inside portion. The material is different this year. I don't know what to really call it or say what they did different, but it's about the same. They kept the midnight navy on the front portion of the tag. The build of the bottom of the sole, I'll let you guys take a look at that, because on the box it says 1985, but look at the cut on the bottom of these shoes themselves. Now, I've compared this to some of my other Jordan 1s, and they're almost as pinpoint as 2023, but what I've noticed is the insoles almost feel like you're lost and founds. Now, the lost and founds had, for some reason, better cushion than any Jordan 1 that I've ever worn this year or this past year, but they have changed something with the soles in the bottom portion of the shoes as far as comfort in Jordan 1s, and that hasn't been the case for a long period of time. But I'm happy to say when I did put my feet inside these shoes, they felt very, very well. I don't know if it's the sole or something they do in the bottom mix, but thank you, Nike, for finally listening to somebody, because it probably wasn't me. But other than that, guys, as far as a rating of this shoe out of 10, I'm going to probably give it an 8. And the reason why I say an 8 is I do love the color. I love the contrast. I like the time period that this sneaker is releasing. And this midnight navy look just gives you so many options that you'll be able to wear this shoe with things for as fall and winter clothing in your closet. This is going to be a go-to sneaker for a long period of time. And I would go off on the deep end and say this may be the point where we start to get excited about Jordan 1s again. And you have to look at the value wise for as the shoe itself and not so much as the resale value to kind of point this in a direction of Jordan 1s are actually coming back, if you understand what I mean when it comes to that. So everything else, they didn't give us enough options for as lace swaps. I would have loved to see the butteriness of the leather, even though it's not a deal breaker for me. I would have loved to see that squishiness of that leather, because we all like that buttery feeling once we rub our fingers across it. And that are two things that are missing that are keeping this shoe from being a 10 out of 10. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this review, and look out for my next ones coming up on the channel, guys. This is Nature Boy Chuck. I will see you next time. Peace.